Young and the Restless 2-week spoilers for October 20 through 31, 2025. Expect Nick Newman confronting someone and Claire Grace Newman pushing. By the way, the last 2 days of these 2 weeks, October 30th and the 31st, are the first 2 days of November sweeps. So we're going to have a big buildup over these 2 weeks. It's going to carry us into hopefully exciting and very soapy action during sweeps. We'll see. Sometimes Y&R gives us sleeps instead of sweeps. Fingers crossed it won't be that way this year. Young and the Restless spoilers, Bachelorette Party Chaos. Monday, October 20th, Danny Romalotti is having his bachelor party, and his guests are Michael Baldwin and Jack Abbott and Nate Hastings and Devin Hamilton. Meanwhile, Christine Cricket Blair's bachelorette party has Abby Newman, Diane Jenkins, Victoria Newman, Tracy Abbott, and Lauren Fenmore. And Danny thanks Jack for introducing him to Christine years ago. Phyllis crashes the party and confronts Christine. Psycho Phyllis Summers crashes to ruin Christine's night, even though Michael warns Phyllis to stop it and go up to her room and go to bed. She says she's not a child and then stomps down to prove that she is. In fact, Lauren stops Red and says, "Just leave now." Of course, Diane thinks Phyllis is there for trouble, but Phyllis lies and says she didn't even know there was a party going on. All the lying. Phyllis says some very nasty things to Christine, who gives it back to her as good as she gets, saying that Phyllis is crazy, can't keep a man. Jeremy Stark was the last man she had in her life. Phyllis says that Danny's going to dump Christine and she'll never make him happy. Phyllis then goes upstairs and lies to Danny and starts whining about how Christine is mean to her. The Bachelor and Bachelorette parties combine after Phyllis storms out and then the lights go out, so everybody assumes it is Red pranking them. But Nate goes and talks to somebody and finds out it's a construction issue, and he tells Danny, who has by then run into Phyllis while he was also checking out the blackout. Danny tells Phyllis he's worried about her and her temper fits and her behavior, so erratic. And she says she wants Danny to be happy and she's over him. She's not obsessed with him, but she just doesn't want him with Christine. But Danny says that Cricket is his person, and Phyllis walks off, but of course creeps back later, just in time to see Danny serenading and kissing Christine, and it's all romantic, and Phyllis looks really ticked off about it. Unexpected kisses and risky business. Tuesday, October 21st, we've got Kane Ashby trying to make amends with Devin. There's about a billion reasons that that's not going to go well, right? I'm guessing that Kane may apologize for the comm that Colin Atkinson ran that stole Devin's $1 billion inheritance that Kay Chancellor left him. Even though Devin eventually got it back, he hates Kane and Colin for that. And also for how Kane has treated Lily Winters. So I bet this is not going to be a very pleasant interaction. Tessa Porter has a few too many drinks at the GCAC while upset about Mariah Copeland rejecting her, and then Tessa stumbles into Daniel Romalotti and kisses him on impulse after she catches her, and he kisses her back. However, where it goes next may not be where we expect. Phyllis does something risky on Tuesday. Maybe involves Kane, maybe it's some more Danny and Cricket craziness, but I hope not. Mariah's past returns and a shocking car accident. Wednesday, October 22nd, Mariah confronts her past. Ray Wise is back as Ian Ward, but the question is he really back? Or is this Mariah thinking about him in flashbacks or a nightmare or a hallucination of some sort? I mean, that's all plausible. Everybody, including Mariah, thinks that Ian is dead. However, he is probably keeping an eye on her because he's obsessed. So he might come in person and slink into that clinic where she's getting inpatient treatment, and Ian may be looking for Mariah. He remains fixated on her. So we'll see if her confronting her past is him live and in person or just some sort of therapeutic dream or something, some kind of mental manifestation. This week, Claire is at the hospital in Los Angeles. She's coming up to see Sharon Newman and to check in on how Noah Newman is doing because Victoria told her about it. And of course, he's in very bad shape. Nick and Sharon are worried for Noah. He's got brain swelling. He's got serious injuries from this terrible car accident, which appears to be no accident at all. And of course, we're waiting to see if Detective Burrow is a real detective or not. Whoody's real cute. If you guys didn't really get a good look at him, check out Matt Cohen next time Burrow is on because he is such a hunk. I loved him over on General Hospital. And Daniel makes a tough choice on Wednesday, and I wonder if it's to tap the brakes with Tessa, even though Daniel is really into her. Nick's investigation and Kyle's suspicions on Young and the Restless. Thursday, October 23rd, Nick gets together with Sienna Bacall. Nick is going to have questions about Noah and how she knows him and why someone would be after his son. And I just wonder how much will Sienna tell Nick. It definitely sounded on the phone call with Nick that Sienna was kind of slipping up and saying that she had seen Noah recently. She's in the nightclub business in LA as well. So I also wonder if Holden Novak knows Noah because he and Aldra Charles have known each other for years in LA, and she used to date Noah as well, and Tucker Muckall used to be out in LA as well. So maybe some of that stuff we've heard hinted at is finally 9, 10, 12 months later going to get, dragged back up. Talk about a slow-moving story on Young and the Restless. Phyllis catches Kane by surprise. I wonder if Phyllis is going to kiss him, follow up on that almost kiss they had, what was it, like the week before last? Because they are both at very low points. Kyle Abbott tries to dig up some dirt about Holden, and he's lurking and watching Sienna and Holden talking at the hotel rooftop restaurant. Claire sees Kyle and asks what he's doing, and he tries to turn it around and says, the question is what Holden's doing. Who is he doing it with? Claire knows who Sienna is, so, Kyle's just being Kyle. He needs to go. Just go home. Leave her in peace. Phyllis and Kane's understanding and Sally's gamble, Friday, October 24th. Phyllis and Kane make sure they understand each other. This may be about whatever's going on between them is just physical, no feelings. Sienna gets interrogated by Kyle, who, of course, wants dirt on Holden. And Sally Spectra takes a chance on Aldra on Young and the Restless. The week of October 27th through the 31st, I'm just wondering if Mariah might kill the real Ian. Kill him dead. Everybody already assumes he's dead. Can they charge you with a murder when everybody thinks the guy's dead? She basically smothered that old dude at the hotel who was an Ian proxy. So if she gets the chance to do the real deal, she's already in a mental health facility. So I think Mariah could plead temporary insanity and get away with it, and we'd be done with Ian once and for all. Although I do love him. Tessa and Daniel are at a fork in the road, friends or friends with benefits or a romance or what. Nick digs deeper into what Noah was doing and who might have hurt him. Claire wants Kyle gone from LA, and she's about ready to say, just stop it and go back to Genoa City or I'm never going to talk to you again. That is long overdue. Holden may help Nick sort out what happened to Noah, which would buy him some goodwill among the Newmans, which would be helpful if Claire and Holden start dating. Plus, Danny and Christine are amped up for their wedding, which is coming soon. And by the way, Y&R won one of the big Emmys. Just one, though. Best Supporting Actress for Susan Walters in the role of Diane Jenkins. Congrats to her.